How would you describe Bhumi World's business model in one word?
It is a plug and play industry park.
How did you come up with these ideas and how did you start?
It was like a journey. I started with the glass manufacturing unit. The problem what I was facing, I was not getting the space in the same vicinity.
What is the biggest advantage MSMEs get by being in touch with Bhumi World?
They get the ecosystem.
Can you tell us more about the
Ecosystem is what?
entire thing to run this show? There would also be some kind of technology you must be using, right?
So we have ERP system.
Would there be some tip or recommendation that you would want to give me such that I can scale up my business as well?
First, you don't do many business. Focus on the one business.
How did you come up with the name Bhumi World?
We started with the land that was connected to Bhumi. So we started with the Bhumi World.
What is the biggest challenge that manufacturing MSMEs face in India?
Scaling up and the capital investment. Now we have almost 200 people in our organization. In our industrial park, there are 2,500 manufacturing units already running. From printing, plastic, engineering.
What is the biggest advantage MSMEs get by being in touch with Bhumi World? Atomic Processes has now taken the leap. We are actually going into the core of business, core of processes. And today we have the founder and visionary of Bhumi World Industrial Park, Mr. Prakash Patel. In this podcast, we spoke about how manufacturing needs to do things really fast and how Bhumi World offers a plug and play model where only in 3 months you can go up and running by just collaborating with them. Along with that, in order to scale, you really need strong processes, you need an ecosystem around you, and that can be leveraged, that can be done only through technology. With Bhumi World, there are approximately 2,500 different customers across 25 different industries who are inside their industrial park, and all of them are integrated with one another in some way or the other. Prakash also mentioned how exactly they end up doing these things at rapid speed. It's a one of a kind concept in the entire country. In the last 20 years, they have scaled up their land parcel to 350 acres of land. Along with that, they generated jobs for more than 1 lakh people across Bhiwandi itself. Now that is a significant number. This level of scale was achieved by a founder who believed in technology and implemented technology and strong processes internally. Through the podcast, we also gifted one app to Mr. Prakash to simplify his lead generation and lead conversion problems through an AI agent. Watch till the end to see what that process looks like. And if you are an entrepreneur or a business owner or a management level employee and you want to build a simple system or a simple AI agent for your own business, we are offering that for free at Atomic Processes. If you want to build a simple AI agent for your business as well, comment AP in this podcast and we'll reach out to you. Enjoy the show. Prakash bhai, thank you so much for doing this with us. We really want to know how you are growing Bhumi World to the scale that it has grown and what are the next steps to this. So let's quickly start with the rapid fire round. How did you come up with the name Bhumi World?
So basically, we started with the land. So when we started with land and selling the plots for the SME and MSME, and that was connected to Bhumi. So we started with the Bhumi World.
What a great thought. What is the biggest challenge that manufacturing MSMEs face in India?
So basically, they face scaling up, means the space,
right,
and the capital investment.
What is the biggest advantage MSMEs get by being in touch with Bhumi World?
They get ready ecosystem.
Excellent. Which is your plug and play model, I believe. How would you describe Bhumi World's business model in one word?
It is a plug and play industrial park.
Great. What's one initiative at Bhumi World that you are extremely proud of?
So we are proudly announced that we connect with the Make in India initiative.
If you could automate one part of your day, what would that be?
So when I take review for the customers and take the feedbacks from the customers.
So we can, if an AI bot can do a review from customers, that would be easier.
And the new ideas and new innovation for the business.
What is one piece of advice you would give manufacturing MSMEs?
They should always be innovative and go ahead with the other people who are into the market.
Perfect. And what's one feature of Bhumi World that you think sets it apart from all the competition that you have?
So we are like plug and play, which is the biggest advantage, and we give space in 90 to 100 days.
Great. So I think that was a fantastic rapid fire. Now let's move a little bit more about your backstory and stuff. So first, in a recent podcast that you have done, I saw that you mentioned that everything that you consume yourself is manufactured in some way or other at Bhumi World.
Yeah.
Can you tell us more about that?
So you see, in our industrial park, there are 2,500 manufacturing units already running.
Wow.
From printing, plastic, engineering, ready-made garment, food, pharma, gold jewelry, silver jewelry, furniture, furnishing, automobile, toys, home appliances, homewares. So when you wake up, you like when you're sleeping, you are using towels. It is manufactured here. When you wake up, you use brush. It is manufactured here. When you wake up and you use brush with the Colgate box is manufactured here. So when you go for shower, the soap is manufactured here. When you, it is like a whole journey. When you are sitting in a car, so all the car manufacturing people have the back end raw materials are coming from Bhumi World. So there are lots of things are manufactured here, which is used into your daily life.
Great. Which means like Bhumi World is so there are so many different opportunities and all different industries can come in
Yeah,
into this.
yeah.
Which I believe is because of the Bhumi World ecosystem that you have built.
Yes.
Can you tell us more about the
So
ecosystem?
ecosystem is what? When you see the MSME and SME, they make the product which is for the or in the align with the finished product. So when you see, I will give you one example of like a ready-made garment. So when you see the somebody is manufacturing textile, somebody is manufacturing the buttons, somebody is manufacturing the pads for the collars, then they are making the packings, the labels, and the corrugated box. So this is the supply chain for the to complete the any product.
Yes.
So in our industrial park, there are 25 categories of product which are already produced. So they are connected to each other.
So basically, there are different companies who are
Yeah.
linked to each other, but
Yes,
it
so-
becomes an ecosystem.
Yes, so somebody wants to finish the product, so
Yeah.
they need a backend like backward integration and forward integration.
Right.
Everything is available in the same industrial park, so you will like cost of the logistic is reduced, timing and the confidence with the customer what they are selling to, that is also increased by way of having the ecosystem inside the industrial park only.
Amazing.
Mm.
So tell us more about how did you come up with these ideas and how did you start this entire journey?
So it was like a journey. I started with the glass manufacturing unit. So my father was having glass store. So we when I joined glass business, so we were having only the glass shop. Then we went to manufacturing unit. So we started in 2002 in Thane. Then we started one manufacturing unit, second, third. The problem was what I was facing. I was not getting the space in the same vicinity.
Right.
I was having one industrial unit in one space, another is 2 kilometers away, third one is 4 kilometers away. So I am not able to justify the production line.
Correct.
So for that, we need a space, bigger space. And then I went to Bagle State, Rabale. The price of the land was too much high because the IT parks was coming up in 2006-7.
Correct.
So I thought to why not to go to Bhiwandi, which is like where we get the land lower cost, and we'll get the in the sizable area. So we started, we buyed one land. Then after like six acre of land acquisition, it was very much like a task for me because it was the first time for me to buy any land. So it was lots of litigations, lot of approval problems. Then it went to 4 5 years to start my own
Your own
manufacturing.
manufacturing.
So by the time I finished my industrial unit, the product life cycle of the glass was vanished.
Wow.
Like it is like before I used to manufacture 100 unit for the glass wash basin.
Correct.
I was proposing to have the 500 glass wash basin manufacturing in Bhiwandi.
Right.
By the time I started my built my manufacturing unit, the total
demand.
market demand is zero,
Oh my God.
and it replaced to the ceramic glass ceramic wash basin.
Correct.
So when you see example of you used to see the CD.
Right.
After CD, the pen drive came.
Correct.
After pen drive, iCloud came.
Correct.
So the market is of like very much versatile and very much fast, innovative idea, and it is going. So when if you have some idea or demand for that product, you have to start their manufacturing it ready-made
Very fast.
very fast and in a very immediate basis.
Perfect.
Like 6 to 8 months. That's why there are lots of people like me
Yeah.
who would have some problem with the manufacturing unit. They are not getting the ready-made factory. And before that, 2007-8, people used to, if you want to have your unit, you have to buy your land, own your land, take permission from the government, construct your own factory, and then take all permission for the running the factory, and then you finish, and then you start the manufacturing. It takes 4 to 5 years.
Correct.
Then we got the idea, why not to make a plug and play industrial unit where you can give the industrial unit with like from 3,000 square feet to 3 lakh square feet, where they can start their manufacturing immediate basis with all permissions, all infrastructure, all electricity, labor, everything.
Amazing. So basically, you built something that was a problem statement that you had.
Yes,
And
so that's why we started a ready-made plug and play industrial unit.
Amazing, amazing. Now, You mentioned that by the time your glass manufacturing was up and running, the demand was already dead. So that was probably one setback that you must have faced. How did you come out of that?
Then we moved to the industrial park business. So we know that now the business of glass was not going to run.
Right.
Now the product life cycle is changed, the product is changed, everything is changing. So we
Right.
have to move ahead than the market, and we have to make a product which nobody else are making. That's why we came up with the industrial park thing, and we invest whatever we wanted to invest in the glass industry. We invested in land, and then make the plug and play. Started the plug and play industry. It took time. It took time and took research or took very much effort to start it. But when it started, so now we are the largest industrial park developer in India.
Wow. And tell us more about your initial customers. So how did you, when you decided this idea, how did you approach the first few people?
So when you see in Bombay, there are 3,50,000 manufacturing unit is already lying in Bombay.
Correct.
From Mulund, Ghatkopar, Thana, Kandiwali, Borivali, Fort, Churchgate, Bandra. You see all the space you have industrial estates.
Correct.
Like 350 industrial estate is already there in Bombay.
Correct.
Almost 1,200 units in each industrial estate. From Shahennar, from Ghatkopar industrial estate, from Mulund Raja industrial estate. So we used to go every day to all the industrial estate and talk to the SME people. I used to go there.
So
I have
been door to door also.
personally sold 400 to 500 units door to door by giving them the card. Like I am not the owner of the Bhumi World, I am the sales person of the Bhumi World. You know, because my age was all 24, 25.
Wow.
That time they could not believe it that I own.
You are the
Bhumi World. Yeah.
you are the one.
So that's why I go and approach by the sales manager only and make them understand what is the plug and play industrial unit, how it will have to scale up you, and you will have to go out of Bombay in some times.
Correct.
So you need a expansion space which is near to Bombay.
Correct.
So I explained it, and they've started realizing that no, we will need a space, and if you want a good quantity space in Bombay, it is not viable. And when you see the capital investment in real estate in the industrial is very much high in Bombay.
Correct.
So it is not viable because it is going to be connected to the per cost of the unit.
Yeah.
It is directly connected to the unit, the cost of the per unit for the manufacturing sector. If you are making some 1,000 product every year, if your real estate cost is 70-80% of the total investment of the industrial unit, it will again add up.
Where do you have the margin?
Yeah.
Correct. Great. So one thing you really nicely mentioned was you were the salesperson in the beginning.
Yeah.
You were the one who was speaking to the customers.
Yes.
You were the one who were getting the feedback also from them.
Right.
So initially, were customers open for this idea, or did you?
So it was difficult because the Bhiwandi was notorious before.
Right.
So Bhiwandi was having not good perception to come here. There are lots of threatening here. There are lots of problems in Bhiwandi. There are local problems. There are politician problems. There are all Varai and all. Everything is messed up at that time. If we tell them that we want to go to Bhiwandi, so their like mindset of Bhiwandi is like Dharavi in Bombay. So if you don't want to be in Dharavi, same like you don't want to be in Bhiwandi. So it was like, but we made one building, started approaching people, and started 4 or 5 industrial units, and make them understand. See, this is the unit already running. They are having no problem in the industrial park. You can come up and expand your things.
As on today, I would the vision that we have Bhiwandi, or the perception that we have Bhiwandi, is that Bhumi World वहाँ पे है. Bhumi World अच्छा जगह है.
Right.
So I think that you have actually been a pioneer of changing the perception of Bhiwandi overall.
Right.
So I would give kudos for that. Now moving on to one really good point you mentioned about the plug and play model. I really want to understand a little bit more about that, because when you say you are cutting down the cycle time from 4 or 5 years to 4 or 5 months, there has to be a lot of simplification that you must have done. So what was the thought process behind it firstly?
So we are giving not only the ready-made. So before that, 5-7 years we were just giving the space.
Space, correct.
After that, we realized that people also need a back-end things.
Support.
Support. Like what? Where they don't know where is the power supply is coming from. Where is the office of torrent? Then we started giving all the facility of the torrent power. Then we started giving them the labors also.
Okay.
Because they are moving from some place in Bombay and they are coming here. So
you became an HR agency also.
So HR agency also, because demand was created. So people wanted to come here and they wanted all the facilities which are the problem with the end users.
Correct.
Then we started giving the laborers, skilled laborers, engineers, production manager, accounts, everything we are giving them. Then they told me that we are coming from 1,000 square feet to 5,000 square feet. We have problem of layouting.
Right.
So what is the layouting problem? That if somebody's manufacturing unit is 1,000 square feet, he will not understand the how is the flow of the industrial production from
Correct.
raw material to semi-finished product to finished product, and how it will be 100% utilized of the space. So they used to the mistake like by making the flow where they are utilizing only 50% of the space.
Correct. And also cramping things up
Cramping
because
and because
they come from Mumbai.
yeah, because see the thing is like when you have the production flow, it has 10 to 12 process to complete that.
Correct.
If something is plus one is here, second is there, third one is there, so it will be difficult to have the rotational problem.
Correct.
So we started giving them the layout also with
Wow.
with their understanding of machinery. How is the machinery? What is the main hard machinery is there? Raw material, finished good, process between the machineries. So we understood the everything and we started giving them the layout.
So you added skilled labor on your side
Yeah.
who could make the layout for them.
Yes, skilled labor. All no, we had a consultant.
You had a consultant.
Yeah, we had a consultant who was already making the big like industrial units, and we told them to please come and on our board and let the SME also get the benefit which
Amazing.
you are doing, because the person was connected with me was making the industrial like unit of almost 10 lakh square feet, 20 lakh square feet, big relax. He was making for the Mahindra and all, so big plants and all the automation plants and everything. So he started and it was like very fruitful for the industrial unit of SME and MSME.
Amazing.
Then we started giving them the loans. So people wanted to expand. The
Correct.
problem was capitalization,
Correct.
and they could not make the understand the banks. So we were the bridge between banks and the SME.
Because basically you had done all these things in your life before.
Yeah. So,
you
we
knew.
know where people will stuck.
Right.
So we wanted to help them with the help of labor, layouting, then financing. After financing, they started the problem of how they are the people who are only supplying to the Maharashtra or Bombay.
Correct.
We gave them the contact with the all over
Expansion.
all over the India. Then we started giving them the things where they can export.
Wow.
So we used to have the like small exhibitions in the industrial park only every year, where we get the like government purchase, like people from government, they also have purchase from railway department to the, so we used to call them and make them understand and show the factory of the particular industry which are running in our industrial park. Then we started helping them for the export also, Africa, Europe and everywhere.
Wow.
So we help them for this. After that, e-commerce like it's coming up in the very fastly. So we started them the helping e-commerce also. So
Amazing.
whose business is only B2C, they can also go directly to the
Direct to
e-commerce
consumer.
platform
Yeah.
and they can start. So previous in 2015-16, nobody was knowing how Amazon listing is happen.
Correct.
What is the benefit, what is the cost, what is the return of goods and everything. So we used to train them, make them understand. 3-4 months we used to go to inside the manufacturing and the flow. After 3 months we give all the staff to them only.
To them only.
So then
So you were always ahead of time.
Yes.
And you were seeing what they need.
Yeah.
You were creating the service around on your side and then
yes,
offering them.
we made IPOs also.
Wow.
From so there after that they are listing for the MSMEs. There are BSC
Correct.
listing for the small people
Small
also, 30
SME
crore
listing.
SME
Right.
listing. So from our industrial park, 3 people went to IPO also.
Great.
So we help them and we push them and motivate them to go there, and they already listed and they are running their factory.
Excellent. So basically Bhumi World is actually a one-stop solution
Yes.
for a manufacturing unit if they want to come in.
Yes, sir.
And that's where the plug and play model comes in play.
So it is not only space, we are giving all the ecosystem.
Right. Amazing. And I think that's something that most founders can learn from also, that what you did was you built trust with customers, then you increase the lifetime value of the customer by offering all the supplementary things that they need.
Right, and if you see, there are lots of traditional business are happening from last so many years.
Correct.
But they don't have innovation ideas.
Correct.
So what we did, we tied with IIT,
Oh, wow.
Somaya College and everything. We used to call the students that somebody is expert in the engineering, somebody is expert in chemical, somebody is expert in plastic.
Right.
So they used to give the ideas to the manufacturer, and we give them the tie-up. Like
Correct.
a student can come with the on board with that manufacturing unit, make a new innovative product, and make them like soul stories are a startup.
Right. Wow.
Yeah, so they are the engineer people. They don't know how to
Manufacture. Yeah.
the ready-made end. So they are like we know the e-commerce platform, we know the supply chain, but we don't know the how the manufacture. So we give them space with the one unit. Now they are using almost 2 lakh square feet in our industrial park,
Amazing.
and they are the biggest in their. So they are not selling into Amazon. They are selling into their platform.
D2C.
No, only from their platform.
Yeah, direct to
Not
consumer.
Direct to
Their own
consumer from their
own,
not from
their
the
own
Amazon
website.
or Flipkart.
So they own all the
They know all the
end-to-end
data
supply
and
chain.
everything. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So you technically became a service provider as well.
Yes, yes.
Now, to do all of these things, I believe you must be having a very large team, right? So
Right.
can you tell us more about what is your team size?
Now we have almost 200 people in our organization, from land acquisition, from licensing, from legal, from accounts, from all the ecosystem where we have the people from who procure the labors. From our mostly labors are living in the same area only.
Great.
So what we give offers to the labor also, we pick them some from Nala Sopara.
Right.
But they don't have
Relocate
space.
them.
They don't have space here to live. So we find them the house also.
Amazing.
Yeah. So we are already almost 1 lakh people like working in the industrial park,
Wow.
where people from they all are staying here. So they are getting cheap labor because their stays are very much low cost. The transportation from coming to home to the industrial park is very much, they can come like in 5 or 10 minutes.
Correct.
So whatever cost is not incurred to the labor, they are not going to charge to the manufacturer.
Correct. Correct. Perfect. So basically, you have optimized for as many things as possible.
Yes.
For a manufacturing unit. Now tell us more about this entire thing to run this show. There would also be some kind of technology you must be using, right?
Yeah. So we have ERP system.
Okay.
We were not before. In lockdown, before lockdown, we just procure one ERP, which was not there for our industrial park. So and it was like very much Excel. So it
Correct,
was email,
correct.
Excel, Gmail.
Correct. WhatsApp, email, Excel, everything.
WhatsApp group. I used to have 200 or WhatsApp group
Right.
in the organization, and then we thought that if we want to expand, we should be having a ERP SAP system.
Correct.
So we came up with the ERP system, but the issue was they were having only the standardized ERP system.
Correct.
So we sit them with them for 1 year.
Implementation.
Made the software, because land acquisition is one of the unorganized sector.
Correct.
Which is like you don't know what is 32G, you don't know what is 43A. So you don't know the land type, title,
Right.
where to go. So now everything is on the process where you buy the land from starting to end, title clear of the land with the NA. It is only on ERP systems.
Amazing.
So all the people who are working in my organization are from only from B1D.
Wow.
So I don't have any CEO or from who's coming from BKC, or so everything we have trained to them. We have made them like a CEO of the company, and made them the GM of their department.
Great.
So because we had the good process. If we have good process, anybody can come there and start their
And they can also scale up very well.
Yes.
And how did, after implementation of the ERP, how did things change for you?
So before that, I used to very much busy in operational.
Correct.
So now I am very much free for the new development.
Right.
If you are like running the show, and if you are busy in your operational, you will not be having time for the new expansion and new innovative idea for their product.
Correct.
So now we are coming up with the new idea, where we are coming up with the largest outlet mall of the India. So it is a factory outlet with 100 brands.
Where is it?
In Bhumi World only.
Bhumi World.
And we will be the first and the largest in India.
Amazing. Great. One thing that you mentioned about the technology becoming like a key aspect, we call that concept process debt.
Right.
So basically, if a founder has a lot of process debt, or a business has a lot of process debt, it keeps you tied down. It
Right.
doesn't let you do expansion.
Yeah, before that, like the check, we used to give check and we don't have balances.
Right.
Right. We used to give check, but we don't have work order. We used to give checks, but we have the giving the money which is more than the work order.
Right.
It is not happen in ERP. So
Correct.
ERP gets the control of everything, and it is if something is going up, they will have the alarm with us.
Correct. Perfect. Perfect. So what with the ERP, what you did was you eliminated as many places where there was process debt involved.
Yes.
And made yourself free from operation.
Right, because we have almost 200 vendors.
Correct.
So when you start the construction, you have everything: cement, steel,
Yeah.
like washroom, door, color. So there are lots of roofing. There are lots of things which is we have you have to like buy from and get implemented.
Correct.
There are lots of things where if you have 200 industrial building which has 200 units, you don't know how many washrooms you have buy
Correct.
and what is the stock. If you have the 200, it is already the buy it, so it will not buy once again.
Correct. Correct.
Right?
Perfect.
If you have ERP, if you don't have ERP, you are doing
Everything is in your
everything
head.
on mind, and you are not going to control. It
Correct.
will have chip in your like organization. People can mislead everything.
Let me ask you this: as on today, if you want to open Bhumi World again somewhere else in other part of India, how easy would it be for you?
It is very easy because all the base is ready.
Right.
Just we need a land and we can start it.
Because everything is systemized.
So already what we are doing, we are tied with the all state government
Mhm.
from Telangana, Goa, Uttarakhand, Rajasthan, Gujarat. So we are tying up with the state government where we are making them to make the plug and play. So now these 6 states are making the plug and play industrial unit by help of us.
Amazing.
So we are not a developer there, but we are basically pushing the government.
Consultants.
I was the part of SME Chamber of India as a vice president from last 10 years.
Oh,
So I am like giving lots of policies to the government that then see when the SME wants to scale up, they
Yeah.
need a space.
correct.
When somebody is coming out of India, he's not going to go and buy land and because the Indian people are not able to do how the foreign people are going to do. So they
Right.
need a ready-made factory.
Correct.
So ready-made factory, so we used to give policies. So before that, the government was not making the industrial park. Now these 6 states are started making the industrial park.
Amazing. Amazing. So that is really good to know. I would like to know a little bit more about your thoughts on how AI is going to play a big role in manufacturing.
Like you will be having good knowledge in the one platform.
Okay.
AI will be having the process like lots of things which is missing in your process, which will be helped from the AI. AI will be having these all the who are not into the software ERP system, they will be helping with
Correct.
the AI.
Let me ask you a question where now these manufacturing units these are all SMEs, MSMEs majorly. Sole Store, for example, is one of the bigger ones.
Right.
Now, usually when you are consulting them also and when you are supporting them, what if they also could build some simple softwares for themselves? How much would that make a difference for them?
And who will make the software?
There could be somebody from Bhumi World, for example.
So it is so basically when you see the all the structure of SME,
Yeah.
it is like everything is different. So,
Correct.
all the people from SMEs differently they are working.
Correct.
So it is not like a standard any standard software you give, and it is not like a tally.
You cannot plug and play the software.
Yeah,
it needs to be
like,
customized.
it is customized. So
Correct.
it is if they want to expand and they will scale up, they
Yeah.
should have the ERP.
So in today's day and age, I'll tell you, there are so many technologies, which is let's say AI, no code, etc., which can let people build their own software very fast. Okay, things in a month or so,
Right,
which is for their own process.
right,
That's something that we do at Modern IT Process as
right,
well.
right.
If people can build the software for their own processes, would that make sense or no?
But it will be very it will take time because
No, that's what I'm saying.
so
Like,
if you are saying new generation are coming,
Yeah.
they will be definitely doing this.
correct.
The new generation of their particular like second generation coming to the industrial SME unit, and he will definitely like help the elders and get them on the ERP system.
Perfect. Correct. Now, one thing, because we are doing the podcast today, we actually wanted to give you a small gift of an application. An AI agent is what we call it. An AI agent is somebody like a simple assistant. Something that you're doing repeatedly every day.
Right.
It could be onboarding of a new manufacturing unit, or it could be what you rightly mentioned, taking feedback from customers. Now, currently, somebody has to call and do all those things. With AI coming in place, we can build a simple AI agent for you, which can automate that. And that's something that we are going to gift you.
Very
We don't have it ready right now.
Thank you.
But that will be before this podcast
Yeah, so
goes
because
live.
when I will give you my problem, I will share my
Please,
problem.
yes.
So where how the sourcing of the industrial unit customers. So we started with what we traditionally do. We used to have the exhibitions like printing, plastic, engineering. All the exhibition happens in NESCO and Geo.
Correct.
So we participate there. So people used to come there for their new machinery and to see new machinery.
Correct.
So to see new like vendors, the wholesalers and the distributors. They also need a space.
Correct.
So we used to participate as a space provider.
Correct.
So like a plug and play unit.
Correct.
So we get the generation, like lead generation from there.
Right. How do you generate leads from there?
From there, people used to come to our stall and ask that we want to set up an industrial unit. We want this type of manufacturing unit of this size.
And how do you capture that information?
So we capture their information. That is the problem.
Yeah.
So that is the problem where we have the cards with them.
Correct.
We used to have the ERP system on the exhibition where
Correct.
somebody is
Typing it.
and making all the data on the ERP and they have the appointment times.
Correct.
They come after 2 days, 5 days.
Correct.
So we get the onboard and that email or WhatsApp or SMS comes to the salesperson.
Correct.
So it is the happening right now.
Right.
Second, what we do, we have telecallers, 10 telecallers in our board.
Correct.
Where they start calling from morning. So whatever like people want to have the investment, if they are interested, we send our representative to their office or we call them to our side office.
Correct.
So that is the second process. Third is social media. So how it helped the social media where we used to have the same, not as a podcast, as a
user generated content.
Yeah. So like we have almost 25 categories of products. So you have the person who is already running the factory. We show the factory.
You talk about their factory. You talk to the founder.
Yeah, and the founder. What is the difficulty in their industry? How it helped here, and what is the scalability, the problem it was facing in the Bombay, how it is here.
Perfect.
By the social media, we help and we generate the lead.
Correct.
So this is the 3 or 4 types of generating lead. So we are generating it, but it is very much like if you say the ratio, it is almost contacting 500 people and we are getting only 5 or 7 leads.
Right.
That is the
conversion
right now.
If I understand correctly, there are 3 things that we can solve for this. First is your turnaround times. As soon as somebody's lead comes in, the sooner we contact them,
right,
the better the ratio, the return is. Second is personalization. So if somebody is from a manufacturing unit of, for example, shoes, and if you give a personalized case study to them of another shoemaker,
right,
it becomes a conversion improves.
Yes.
But your telecaller needs to know. He needs to search through this. Now this thing can be replaced by AI because you have a database.
Right.
The AI will check. Okay, this fellow is filled in the form of a shoemaker. He's a manufacturer. He's of XYZ range. He's an SME. So SME ko, if you show somebody who is top notch, he'll be like, this is not for me. But SME ko, if you show somebody who is at the same scale,
and they know each other.
They know each other. So if we personalize that particular content for them and send it out to them,
that is good idea.
And on WhatsApp,
that is good idea.
That will improve your conversion.
If somebody is from engineering product,
correct.
So we'll send them some videos of engineering. Right. We send them the people who are already running their factory now.
Perfect. And you will have some case study around them.
Yes.
You share that also with them.
And we can share the contact of them also.
Yes.
Like they can call them for reference.
Absolutely.
That is good idea. So now see, you are giving, because see, if you ask me if I see it for the sales, I can give many examples to the customers by the products.
But you know it.
But I know because I know all the 2005 manufacturing.
Correct.
But the people who are from telecaller or from the salesperson, they are missing out.
Correct.
And they are not able to hit the notch on the same time.
Correct.
So that is the problem. That is a good idea.
Perfect. So this is a gift from our side. I am committing this to you today. And in return of the gift, I will tell you that once we can deploy this for your team, help us reach out to other SMEs.
No. The idea is to call you here is not for the Bhumi World.
Correct.
Idea is to help the SME to scale up.
Perfect. So that's the same idea.
So we want Manan to help them and grow them as a from 2 crore turnover to 100 crore rupees.
Absolutely.
So for the problem is scalability.
Correct.
So I will give you a good example of scalability. Like the problem what you are telling. If my father he came from a village and he started their business. So there are 2 things. One is he used to somebody will do job, right? और दूसरा जो है वो या फिर अपना छोटा सा बिजनेस शुरू करेगा.
Right.
उसने जॉब किया, जॉब करने के बाद उसको कुछ अच्छा सैलरी हुआ, उसको कोई पर्सन मिला, उसके साथ में मिलकर बिजनेस शुरू किया. एक ये बिजनेस करेगा, वो अपने दम पे करेगा.
करेक्ट.
उसके बाद जो है वो क्या करेगा कि उसको अच्छा लगा तो वो क्या करेगा, अपने गांव से और 2-3 भाई को बुलाएगा. करेक्ट. और 2-3 नए स्टोर करेगा. करेक्ट. लेकिन वो जो नए स्टोर जिसके साथ मिलकर करेगा ना, वो ट्रस्ट वाले लोग है, इसके लिए करेगा. वो लोग वो चीज के लिए फिट है कि नहीं पता नहीं. ठीक है. ये हो गया फर्स्ट टाइप ऑफ बिजनेस जो इंडिया में चलता है. सेकंड क्या है कि जो आप जो है वो बिजनेस करोगे जिसके अंदर जो है आप राइट आदमी को लेके आओगे जो वो चीज का एक्सपर्ट है.
Correct.
ठीक है, जैसा भी आपने शॉप किया तो उसमें आपको अच्छा सेल्स, तो वो सेल्स का एक्सपर्ट है, वो भले आपका रिलेटिव नहीं है.
Correct.
वो सेकंड स्टेप हो गया,
Right.
जिसमें हम लोग अभी है.
Correct.
जिसमें हम लोग ने ऑर्गेनाइजेशन बनाया which is not fully or like corporate, but
Correct.
it is not fully
Semi.
family.
It's in the middle.
It is in the middle.
Right.
Like third is fully corporate.
Correct.
Like Tata, Hirandani, Loda,
Everything is
Reliance,
policy driven.
everything is policy driven, everything is system driven.
System.
Not by the any person is
Right.
driving it. A system is driving it.
Right.
So this is the three problems where people are stuck on the first
Yes.
or in second.
Correct.
They not able to go on the third step.
Perfect.
So this is the problem which are faced by almost 99% of the people of SME, and when we both can help them and make them
Take them from 1, 2 to 3.
Yes.
That is the goal. Great. I think the conversation here was fantastic. Is there something as an early stage entrepreneur? I am 27. You started when you were 24, 25.
No, I
or maybe
started
earlier.
when I was 17 years.
You started when you were 17. But would there be some tip or recommendation that you would want to give me such that I can scale up my business as well?
So first, you don't do many business. You do only focus on the one business.
Right.
When you focus on the one business, you know all the research and development of the particular team. And if you are doing, like if I am into construction of industrial park, I should not do residential parks.
Correct.
Because I am very much, I know the ups and downs and the all the problems and the opportunities and the advantages in my particular business.
Correct.
Which is not able, we not, because if you want to go on the other business, you have to take more 5 to 10 years to learn that business and the scalability and the research and everything. So you should do whatever you are doing, what you are expert into, and everything is scalable.
Right.
It is not like this business is scalable, this business is not scalable. Everything is scalable. I will give you an example. You have heard about the 555 and bonus playing card.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they have industrial unit in my industrial park. They are making 8 lakh cats per day.
Wow.
You see
Playing
this
cards.
Playing cards. Nobody imagine 8 lakh cat per day,
Amazing.
right? So see the like
Possibilities.
in a small product.
Right.
So it is scalability is everywhere. So that is not a problem. So you should be focused on what you are doing.
Perfect. If somebody tomorrow is very interested in starting and working with Bhumi World, what is the process that they will have to follow?
So we have ready-made factories here with us.
Okay.
So there are 2 ways to come inside the industrial park. One is they can buy out the industrial unit and they can start their manufacturing unit. Second is they can take on the leave and license agreement.
Okay.
With the 5 years or 10 years, they can take on the leave and license agreement or lease agreement, and they can start their manufacturing unit. So when he comes into our industrial park, we have the SOPs. What power you want, what is the people you want, like
Right.
what is the labor cost you want, how, if you want a layout or not. So these are the SOPs which are already there, where they will take, somebody wants, somebody doesn't want. So if everybody is like interested in all the parts, so our team will be focused on that, and where we have the system of making the WhatsApp group with the team.
Correct.
And we make sure that it will start in 30 days.
Amazing. Great. And now tell me a little bit more about the future initiatives that you are planning to do at Bhumi World.
After the SME Industrial Park, which we have done, we have started with the launching the factory outlet mall.
Okay.
So why we have launched the factory outlet mall? You have seen the factory outlet mall in the world. It is outside the city.
Correct.
Like in London, Bicester Village, you have seen.
Correct.
Woodbury is in New York.
Correct.
Siam Outlet Mall in Bangkok. Dubai Outlet Mall in Dubai. So this type of outlet malls are there for the lowest price.
Correct.
Right? We are going to get the same brand in the lowest price. In India was lacking. India was not having.
Right.
So you have seen you are wearing Louis Philippe.
Right.
And Louis Philippe is having the store in Linking Road. Right? Is charging almost the 3,000, 4,000 rupees per unit. Where you will get it here in 800 to 1,000 rupees. Same product. You know what is the difference? Difference is only real estate cost.
Correct.
They are getting rental in 1,000 to 1,200 in Linking Road. They are getting rental here in 100 to 120 rupees a square feet.
Right.
So they are going to get the lesser rent. Whatever they are paying the less rent, they are passing out to the customers.
So customer benefits. Yeah. They also benefit.
So we are coming. We have already started the retail outlet for the brands. Like There are Puma, Louis Philippe, Venusan, Peter England, Ellen Solly, Aero, Flying Machine, Red Tape, and Jockey. These all brands already running there.
Amazing.
We are coming out with the new mall which has 86 brands.
Wow.
So from Lacoste, from Armani Exchange, Collective, Forever New, Biba, Skechers, Puma, Adidas, Nike. So almost all the brands of India is going to there.
Great.
We are
Super.
coming up with. We have just went to France in last week. I just came from France and we represent India for the outlet there. So where like the people from the big brands from Gucci, Prada, Armani Exchange, everybody, they think about India that in India they are not able to get the clients. The Indian people doesn't have the money to buy. But now thing is different. Now they are also seeing us as a good economy and big large economy in India, where the people of India is per capita is going high.
Perfect.
So that's why people like we want to have the luxury brands there.
Correct.
And the second vision is to make the exhibition center for the SME.
Okay.
So we are going to create a big 1 million square feet exhibition center here, which will be biggest in India for the SME and MSME because of the cost. Now when you go to Geo convention, they are charging very much high as compared to the people want, and the NESCO. There are only two exhibition center now, and they are charging almost we are going to charge almost 1/10 of the cost what they are charging there. So why it is happening? Because there are lots of SME and MSE not able to participate there.
Correct.
Because they are not having the budget of participating there.
Correct.
The industry is very much high. They don't have big space also.
Right.
If you see there are only 400 or 500 people can participate at one exhibition at one time.
Correct.
And we are making the space here where 5,000 people can come and start their.
And internationally that is the standard.
Yeah,
But
so,
in India,
in India is very much like and the exhibition center all over the world is actually outside the city.
it's always outside.
Always
yes.
outside city because of the cost effectiveness.
Correct.
Same we are planning and making the SME participate in the exhibition.
You are a trendsetter in the country, I would say.
Thank
Great.
you.
Now let's know a little bit more about numbers. So how many brands are you associated with? How big is your land parcel? Can you tell us more about that?
Like we have completed 150 acre
Wow.
with 2,500 manufacturing units from 25 categories of product like printing, plastic, engineering, ready-made garment, food, pharma, gold jewelry, silver jewelry, furniture, furnishing, automobiles, toys, almost all the categories we have
Right.
captured. Then in this industrial park, 2,500 manufacturing unit, almost 1 lakh people are working here.
Amazing.
And with the transportation of like almost we have TMC, we have 100 bus to come here. So when you sit from Mulund, it comes directly to here.
They have a Bhumi World stop.
Yeah, they have Bhumi World stop here,
Wow.
and with the 88 number of bus from
Yeah.
Mulund, Thane, and KDMC, so we have good transportation also here.
Great.
Then number wise, you see, we have more 200 acre land.
Mhm.
So we'll be scaling up there also. So we have good like almost 5 years work to be done for the SME and MSME.
Super. And one thing I noticed about you was you remember everything on your fingertips.
Yeah.
Numbers, brands, industries, everything.
Yeah.
How do you learn that skill?
So because it was like it's my baby, so it is started by me, and it was like from scratch I have done it. So I remember I remember first customer also, second customer also, 10th customer also. So because I personally did all the processes.
Amazing, amazing. So final question for you. If somebody has to restart this, for example, and somebody has to do something similar, what would your recommendation be for them?
For the making industrial park?
Correct.
So industrial park should be more than 50 acres.
Okay.
Because if it is not more than 50 acres, it is not a ecosystem is going to drive.
Correct.
All the ecosystem is drive by the different type of industry come together. Like I will give you example of garment. I will give you example of if say plastic bottles.
Yeah.
So you will have the mold person. One is blowing. One is the sticker person. One is label person. One is corrugated. So all the ecosystem should be around.
Around.
Then only you can scale up it. Then second is the location. SME and MSE can't go far more than like 50 kilometers from here.
From the city.
So from the city, because people who are working in the industrial unit, they should have the connection of local transport.
Correct.
Via bus, via train, via like share rickshaw, and everything should be available for them. because they are going to get only 12,000 to 15,000 per month salary.
Right.
They have to take care of their family also. They have to take care of the transportation also. They have to take care everything under their same amount.
Correct.
So they used to be this, because these are small scale industrial people. So what we are serving, it is a small scale. It is not large scale.
Correct.
Where everything is not available with them. They can't hire a bus for their laborers and send them in their bus. It is very much cost problem. So that's why who are making the industrial park, it should be first is 50 acres, second is 60, the nearby the location, and third is good quality of construction. There are people who are making lots of industrial park nearby to us. They are not having good technological driven. Like
Right.
your flooring should be 8 ton per square meter.
Correct.
Your height should be 12 to 15 meters. It is scalable. It should be make 3 floors inside the industrial park. It should be fire compliant. It has all the, so now the industrial park who are making, they should have the compliance to be complete.
Correct.
Because the SME is going to supply to the large scale industry, like supplying to L&T, Reliance, to Tata.
They will have all kinds
have
of
the,
inspections. Yeah.
audit, and everything in their factory.
Yeah.
So if they don't have the compliances fully on the scale, they will not be able to get the job.
Correct.
So that's why they should have the all compliances by the developer who are making the industrial unit. It should be plug and play. It shouldn't be. It's like if I'm giving you commitment of I will give you unit in 1 month or 2 months. It should not be go from 2 months to 1 year.
Right.
Because if it happens, because when he book unit to us, he get the times of 3 months, 90 days. So he buys the machinery. If whatever machinery is coming from China or from other country, it will take 30 to 90 days to reach in India.
Correct.
If it is coming there, if your place is not ready, he has to
pay rent or whatever.
Pay rent of the in the port.
Yeah.
Right. And all the strategy, all the planning is waste because it is made up to your construction timeline which is given by you.
Correct.
So the timeline is very much important. So it should be a plug and play, means really plug and play. It should not be like I am giving you commitment of 3 months and I am giving space in after 1 year. because he has the demand and of that particular product now.
Yeah.
Right. When I will give you example, in Corona time, you have heard about the mask, 3PL mask.
Yes.
Right. Mask was manufacturer was in China before.
Right.
And we used to import there. You have heard about that somebody from Rajkot made the machine.
Yeah.
I had having 60 units. I gave them all the garment people because the process is same.
Correct.
Stitching and everything was same. So they started because I was having the
plug and play model.
Yeah. In 3 months, we consumed the Indian demand, and after 3 months we exported to other countries.
Amazing.
Why it happened? Because we had the ready-made units.
You had speed.
Yeah, because of the ready-made. That time I used to I go to buy land and then the demand of that particular product would have died. So that demand, supply, timeline, everything should be on the match time.
Thank you so much for all your candid answers so far.
Thank you.
The last 45 minutes were extremely inspiring for me as an entrepreneur as well. I could see how Mr. Prakash figured out that he could add so much value to the same customer by giving land parcels, then giving licensing, agreements, support with setups and whatnot. This is the exact vision of modernizing processes as well. And we really want to support small and medium scale entrepreneurs, manufacturing industries to scale up. We are bringing in a lot of such visionary business owners on the podcast. So please subscribe below to support us so that we can bring visionary founders who believe in technology and believe in the Indian dream.